Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a love reading. This is for Aquarius. Now if you are new to my channel, a very warm welcome to you, and if you're returning, it's great to have you back. You may already know that I do weekly readings, I do monthly zodiac readings, and I also do love readings. So this is going to be the love reading for the month of July for Aquarius. Now here on my channel, the readings that I do is channeled guidance from Spirit to help us understand how we are managing the relationships in our life, how things are unfolding, what we can expect to be coming up, what the energy is around particular events, and how we can best respond. So it is more of a learning space rather than a place for you to come for quick answers. You know, in life we're all doing the inner work, and this journey is all about understanding how we can learn and grow and mature along our soul path. So we're experiencing a lot of lessons along the way, and yes, it's great to be able to have the heads up from Spirit, but we still need to be able to do the work and apply the learning. If you are enjoying these reads, please let me know and give them a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you get notifications every time I post. Now they are general readings, so they're not always going to resonate with everybody. So please don't force fit anything. Apply what is resonating in your experience, otherwise just leave it be. You can always ask for a private reading, and my contact details are in the description box below. I also have details about the cards that I typically use in my readings, and some information about my book that I published, The Power of Soul Loving, a spiritual guide to love and freedom. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about that, which is on the banner behind me, there's a link there for you as well. All right, Aquarius, let's get into your love reading for the month of July. So Aquarius, let's see what is in store for you for the month of July in terms of love, relationships. It could be to do with your own growth in terms of love, or that with a partner to be, or perhaps just significant people in your life. So Spirit, what do we have for Aquarius for the month of July, please? Well, that's a positive sign. Okay, it's an interesting start to the read, Aquarius. We have first up Ace of Wands, which is a very passionate energy to start out. So it would seem to me that possibly there's somebody new entering your life that it's a very passionate start off to the month. So whether it's pertaining to a relationship that is currently, that you're aware of, someone new, we're yet to see that unfold. But certainly this person is very significant and comes forward. It's a new beginning in a relationship, or it could be, you know, passion around something that you're experiencing at the moment, but there's full-on energy here for you, Aquarius. So let's see how that unfolds. The Six of Wands tells us there's a victory around this particular relationship. So you're certainly very happy and you're celebrating, which is wonderful. Maybe this is a relationship or an experience that you've been wanting for quite some time, Aquarius. I do get the sense that it happens fairly quickly and intensely, in which case it may be really important for you to be mindful of any temptations that come your way. Now the Devil card is about the temptations. It's usually about when we are overlooking something, we're overlooking the truth of the situation, and maybe we're focused on something that we're really desiring rather than the reality of the situation. And it's followed by the Moon card, which says to me there's not everything is being revealed here. So perhaps be very careful about this, you know, very passionate, intense encounter, let's just say, which feels, you know, very wonderful, and everybody's celebrating this for you. But, you know, Spirit is saying just be careful, because there's not everything here has been revealed to you. And it may be a little bit too good to be true. We don't want to be too skeptical to start out, but Spirit is giving us some guidance around this. The Moon card lets us know that there could potentially be something that's not revealed, that's a little bit hidden to you at the moment. You may also go into a little bit of doubt. You may start to do some self-doubt. So we'll see how that comes out. I'm always reminded in this card that we've got to be careful of where our thoughts go, and whether we are feeding positive energy or whether we are feeding negative energy, our fears and our doubts. The important thing is with the Moon card is that we look at things honestly, and we don't shy away from seeing things that we potentially don't want to see. And sometimes when we're caught up in the moment, there are things that we don't necessarily want to see. And this is sort of the Devil card, where we're quite happy to be in a little bit of illusion or disillusionment around something. So just be careful. We'll see how that plays out. We then got the Eight of Pentacles, which says to me that you're very focused during the month of July on your career and building your finance. So maybe, this may have something to do with you having an offer, a job offer, a career offer for you. You're very much wanting to start progressing and see progress, see an improvement in your physical life, your physical circumstances, your job and your finances. So yeah, let's just see how things continue to unfold in the reading, Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. What else do we need to know about around the energy of the Devil and the Moon, please? What's this all about? Keeping in mind that this is a love reading, Spirit, for Aquarius. What do we need to know about relationships, please, for Aquarius in the month of July? What is coming up in terms of love relationships for Aquarius in the month of July? Thank you, angels and spirit guides, for Aquarius. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't do reversals, just letting you know, guys. Interesting. Well, we've got it feels like there's a few things going on here, Aquarius. In terms of this initial intense energy, it would seem like a new beginning to something. It looks like it could end up with a really beautiful, stable relationship here. Typically the Four of Wands represents some kind of commitment in a relationship, or something that's a little bit more, or something, not a little, but something that is more long term. So let's see, but we do still have a mix of things going on here. We've got you going to a state of just needing to think about all of this. Maybe it's come at you quite quickly, and you're needing a little bit of time out, Aquarius, just to think about this. This card, the Four of Swords, is often about taking time out to reflect on what's going on, to just examine your thoughts around the situation, just to take a bit of a break. I feel that the energy is quite intense here for you. And then we've got a little bit of Eight of Cups is sort of like, yes, but what else is there? The grass is greener kind of thing. Really, Aquarius? It's looking good so far. So you're kind of going into this bit of self-doubt here, which we can see with the Devil card is you're starting to have some self-doubts here. And, the self-doubt is you starting to look elsewhere, and you've got some cups here which, not matching your expectations, but still there's, half of them are still upright. In fact, more than half of them are still upright, indicating you've got something worth considering here, but for some reason you're looking elsewhere for something. Perhaps believing that, maybe this is all too good to be true, and where's the catch here, you're asking? Where's the catch? So you have sort of gone into this, a little bit of self-doubt here, and it feels like you're a bit stuck around all of this. You know that you need to examine things. You're not sure, you're not certain, and you're going into self-doubt, and you're starting to get yourself quite tied up in knots here. It feels like it's stressing you out for some reason, Aquarius. Perhaps this person or energy that's come towards you is something that you've not expected. It does appear on the surface of things to be ticking the boxes, but for some reason you are going into self-doubt, and getting the wobbles here. In terms of your finances, you are still very keen to focus on your work and your career. So maybe that's what's undoing you a bit. I'm separating here because I can see that we've got this initial approach to you, which is very passionate, and it looks like this person is wanting to commit to you, and it appears to be wonderful, and yet you are self-doubting here, and then you go into a period of procrastination and looking elsewhere and going, oh, is this really what I want? And then we have sort of this, but I really want to focus on my work and my career, and I'm really, really busy, and I really need to watch my pennies and pay attention to my business to make sure it grows. So maybe you've just got the wobbles and decided that you think you want to actually focus more on your career than have this commitment in a relationship, and it's kind of got you a little bit scared. So let's see what happens. We're going to look at the Romance Angels deck. Spirit, what can you advise Aquarius in terms of this relationship that has turned up, it would seem a little unexpectedly? How is Aquarius feeling about this? Oh, it's spilling out everywhere, about this relationship. Oh, okay. We've got express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, certainly this other person is. Maybe you're just a little nervous here, Aquarius. I can see some genuine love here. What else have we got, Spirit, for Aquarius, please? Oh, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, Aquarius. So I'm just getting the feeling here that you are just a little nervous, that's all. And that Spirit is sort of saying, come on, this is worth considering. Let's see, what else for Aquarius in terms of love relationship in July? Gosh, I almost went to say January then. Gosh. Maybe you met this person in January. Let your friends help you. I do feel that you're kind of second guessing yourself and you're just a little bit nervous. So Spirit is saying let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. If you have got the wobbles here, Aquarius, and you're just not sure how to receive this love gesture that's coming towards you, it may be a really nice idea to be able to check in with those that you trust and know you well, to maybe help, ask them to help you as a measuring stick to understand what their perspective is on this. Now, often I wouldn't say that to people because I feel that it's really good to trust our intuition, but if you are having the wobbles here and you're just not sure how to get clarity around this, perhaps a trusted friend can assist you. What else do we have, Spirit, for Aquarius? I can feel some reluctance in the cards coming out. So I'm sensing, Aquarius, that you do have some resistance around receiving this love at this time. And it may be because your focus is elsewhere. Spirit is letting you know, though, that this person could actually be quite genuine and that perhaps there's no need to fear. Yeah, this person has been worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So it may be a good idea to let go and just surrender to the process and just to explore the situation. Express your love, which kind of means let go and run with this. Let's see what happens. This could be the one, it says. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I feel like you're putting the brakes on a little bit. However, this actually could be worth progressing at perhaps a slower pace if that's what's going to be meaningful for you, because this person that has presented themselves to you, Spirit is saying they are worth waiting for. Maybe they feel that you're worth waiting for. What else, Spirit? My goodness, there is incredible reluctance here. I can just feel it. What are you worried about, Aquarius? What is it? Yeah, so it's going to be a period of time that is worth spending getting to know each other. And I feel that, Aquarius, you just want to slow the pace down a little bit. That's what I'm sensing. It's not a no from you. It's just you've got the wobbles. You have been focused elsewhere. But this is a love reading, and you're inquiring, and it may be worth spending a little bit of time getting to know each other. So maybe your communication to this person is, this is all lovely, but can we just peel it back a step or two or a layer or two? Let's get to know each other. Spend a little bit of time doing that, and slowly get to know each other. And this is going to help you deepen that bond rather than it be a fast and furious situation where suddenly he or she wants to go to the altar. So there's a lot of wisdom in doing that, and just spending some lovely time in each other's company, and getting to know each other. That sounds like a really lovely idea. So feels like that's the way you want to progress here, Aquarius. So let's have a look what the Angel Prayers deck can offer you in terms of guidance around this situation. Thank you, Spirit, for your assistance for Aquarius regarding this love relationship or love opportunity. What do you have in terms of guidance for Aquarius, please? Well, that's interesting. So, Aquarius, you are an air sign and naturally quite intuitive. Although you do like to be able to tap into your logic brain, let's put that aside for a moment. We've got the Spiritual Gifts card here. So it reads here that Spirit is helping you, Archangel Raziel in particular, helping you to channel your gifts and your talents. So, for those of you in this reading, there are some of you who know that you have a gift when it comes to being able to spiritually help other people. Perhaps you are particularly intuitive, or you have a healing ability. And right now, Spirit is actually connecting with you, and you have been sensing this a lot recently, where your awareness is quite heightened. And in particular, some of you are quite gifted in terms of being able to clearly see things, which is clairvoyant. And others of you have a beautiful healing ability through your hands. So you may be Reiki healers, or you may have the ability to, or it could be massage, things like that, to help people with their energy and to heal emotionally as well as physically. Your heart has been opening, and all of your chakra points on your body have been opening of late. And sometimes we notice this by feeling, if we are going through an experience of upgrading our ability, we can actually sometimes feel quite, I don't want to say unstable, but affected, very sensitive. Sometimes emotional, but very sensitive to energy, needing to be grounded because you're not grounded. So Archangel Raziel is going to assist you to learn to manage these gifts. Interesting that this is coming out in a love reading, and it may be that you're intuiting some things here and you're feeling a little unsettled by what you're intuiting. It could also be that some of you are on the path to assist others when it comes to self-love and healing too. There's quite an unusual card, so let's just see. That's going to apply to some of you, not all of you. I'll just give you another look at the card. It's really quite beautiful, really. Look at the beautiful chakra healing points in the hands, the heart chakra here, and the third eye chakra here for clairvoyance. It's really, really beautiful. Really lovely. Very, very good. All right. What else do we have? Angels and spirit guides for Aquarius in this reading. I feel like there's something else to come from that. I'll just see. I'll sit with that for a moment. Thank you, Spirit. Live your joy. This is beautiful. Maybe you are going through a beautiful awakening at the moment. You know, Spirit is sort of saying, or the angels are saying, it's now time for you to live your joy. Really step into that beautiful sense of who you are. Your, it's not even just self-empowerment. It's like it's resonating with your vibe and really understanding the gifts and talents that you have and putting those to use. And whenever we do what it is that we love, that in itself is beautiful joy. We experience joy when we're doing what we love, and when, you know, and usually we're very good at it, of course, but now is a time that you really want to live your joy. It could also be that you just know that your love for yourself is enough, and maybe you're not too much in a hurry to rush into a relationship, and that's okay too. It may be that you are on a pathway of going, you know what, I actually need to put myself first at the moment, which is why we can see, you know, there's this focus around your career and your job with these two cards here, the 6 and the 8 of Pentacles. You're very, very focused on what it is that you want to create and build in your life. And Spirit's letting us know that you're spiritually growing, that your talents and gifts you're becoming increasingly more aware of, and this brings you a great deal of joy. And it just may mean, Aquarius, that at the moment, this is where your attention and your focus is. And this is your first love to give to yourself, and to love the person that you are, and to feel really in tune with your particular purpose in life and your mission. And that's probably why you're just a little bit hesitant to rush into this relationship per se. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but you're very, very aware that this time at the moment is meant to be for you. So that's okay. I think we have a really beautiful awareness around what is transforming for you, an awareness around your own ability, as well as probably a desire to connect and to experience love with someone, but you're quite happy to go at a slightly slower pace and to get to know the other person, so that you are doing everything in the right timing and according to what is right for you, which is actually a really good way to approach it. I want to see if there's something else that's holding you back. We're just going to look at the Queen of Moon Oracle, which is often really good deck for facing the things that sometimes we're not realizing that we're not seeing. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. What does Aquarius need to see at this time regarding relationships? I have to say this is a very interesting read. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. Again, I'm just feeling quite a hesitancy. It's okay. We're just taking it at your pace, clearly. I think those two want to come out there. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Okay, so we do have the Trust card, and that may be some of the reason why you're a little bit hesitant to rush forward, is that you've got some issues around trust that you're still working through. So let's see what the guidebook gives us around this particular topic. and may give us a little bit more insight here. This is called the egg moon. Isn't that interesting? The egg moon. So, Spirit is saying trust yourself. Develop self-trust and joy will follow. Which is why we've got the joy card here. Trust yourself. And in fact, when I was shuffling the cards before, that word came to me, trust. You can rely on your own capabilities, Aquarius. Begin to plan carefully for the future. A beautiful affirmation here for you, Aquarius. It is the beginning, and I trust myself in all things. So perhaps it is the beginning of a relationship here, and you want to tread carefully, slowly. You want to be able to develop trust in your own judgment. And you know that when you do, when you really come to know who you are and you trust yourself, that you're going to be starting a new journey on solid ground. I'm going to continue here. Apart from the trust we might develop spiritually with our higher power, self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a surety that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter, that knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves leads to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationships. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It's deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, that no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. It allows for flow and for faith in oneself and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is also about full acceptance of yourself, Aquarius. Accepting one's self becomes easier, so self-trust will begin to shine. This gives great momentum to anything we choose to tackle or do. I really love that. Aquarius. And I feel that this is what you're sensing, which is why you're taking time to just rest and think through things for yourself. We do know that you are pondering an awful lot here. And part of it is self-doubt and procrastination and just feeling a little bit stuck. But I think this is part of your journey, is learning to trust your intuition, trust your own decision-making and your emotions. And when you do, you grow stronger in yourself. You grow stronger and more committed to who you are and clear about who you are and what's important to you. And I think you intuitively know that that is the best place to start for anything in life, whether it be a career or a love relationship. And, those good things, doing it in that order, it's worth waiting for. When you learn to trust and accept yourself first in all things, to love and appreciate who you are in all things is worth doing for sure. And then we know that all goodness follows after that. That's really beautiful advice. And perhaps it might be that this has been a difficult place for you in the past, and perhaps you've not felt entirely confident in your own ability to make good decisions or choose for whatever reason. Maybe things haven't worked out for you in recent times. Or maybe someone has, perhaps done something where you have experienced a lack of trust, and that's made it difficult for you to move forward. So there's a little bit of self-protection here. I am sensing that. That's why you're kind of slowing down and withdrawing just a little bit to slow the pace down, because you probably don't want to be hurt. But I do feel that Spirit is actually with you. We've got these beautiful angels here watching over you. And I do feel that this is a time for you to learn and grow. This is a time for you to start rebuilding that trust in yourself. And, to reach out and allow your friends to support you when you're having those wobbles, Let them help you to rebuild that trust and that acceptance of who you are. And if you even, and that means in all manner of things, in all areas that you may be gifted. It may not necessarily be spiritual gifts, but in all areas that you are gifted, trust that. I feel that you are going through some growth here and you're nervous about that. But this is a time for you to trust that growth and what you know it is about yourself, so that you can feel joyful in life, so that you can experience the best of you in life. And that's really important. Don't allow yourself to be tied up in knots like this. You don't want to be experiencing that kind of energy. You want to be experiencing this energy, which means you need to trust and let go, and listen to your guides, listen to your intuition, accept all of the uniqueness about yourself. And perhaps you've been in the past a little bit afraid to show the full you. The moon is about hidden aspects of ourselves, and perhaps now's the time to step out of that energy and start to celebrate who you are. The Four of Wands energy is a celebration of relationships. Maybe it's time for you to celebrate you. There is a sense of celebration around yourself with this victory card. This is celebrating you. And it feels like this is your opportunity now to put yourself forward, put yourself first, and to really embrace who you are, Aquarius. That's really lovely. It really is about you at the end of the day. And to top it off, we have the Nourishment card, which of course is all about self-love and taking care of your needs. It's a really beautiful card. We've got just all manner of things, abundance of food overflowing here. Let's have a look. So, Spirit is saying, now is the time to choose to nourish your mind, body and spirit. Feed your values. When you are jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. Pay attention to your health. All of us have a set of values that are individual. Sometimes we aren't sure what they might be, but unconsciously we know. How do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we tend to rebel. We get angry, sad, depressed, irritable or stuck, or we take the chaotic choice in decision making, and commonly our relationships in life are not very harmonious. Yeah, so this kind of speaks to trust as well. And it's really important to value yourself and to make sure your values are being met. And maybe you're nervous about that they're not going to be, but at the end of the day, it is up to you. You've got to be able to make those choices and decisions that best serve you, Aquarius. Yeah. So whatever situation you're finding yourself in, whether it be on a personal relationship side or on a job front, if you're being asked to compromise your values, then you know that that's not going to be the best way forward for you. So I think you need to remember perhaps what experiences you've had in the past, and if they've not been positive experiences, there's a learning around that. So Spirit is bringing this to your attention at the moment, that as you go forward, we know that this is an important part of you being able to trust yourself and others too, because perhaps your values were not recognised, and perhaps you allowed your own values to be compromised in the past, and this has caused some conflicts for you. And perhaps maybe some decisions weren't the best ones in the past, but the past is the past. This is just so that you can raise your awareness around it. Now's the time to really put yourself first and to nourish the person that you are, and to really accept everything about you and to not compromise on those values. It's important to live your life in a way that's healthy for you, mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. It's also about balancing our mental and physical health as well, recognizing that both are equally important. Sometimes we can use, like in this card, we've got pictures of food here. Sometimes when we're not valuing ourselves, we may turn to food as a way to perhaps ignore how we're feeling, to block certain energy, to avoid facing some situations that are uncomfortable for us, which, you know, this is avoiding. The moon energy is avoiding. This is procrastinating energy here and delays. So let's not use food in a negative way, where we use it as a distractor, because this is all about illusion. When we get addicted to things and we don't take care of our well-being, our mental health suffers, our emotional health suffers, and so does our physical health. So that's when we choose the negative side, the shadow side of our choices, when we start to refuse to see ourselves as a valued human being and a valued soul that's worth giving ourselves the best and living in the best possible way. And perhaps this has been a challenge for you in recent times, but you know, Spirit doesn't want you to continue to live that way, and I think you sense that. I think you sense that that's important. And we don't sort of want you to miss out on beautiful love opportunities either, which I do feel there is an opportunity here, and a really beautiful way to step forward towards this love relationship is to make sure that you're taking care of your needs. And I feel that that's the main message here, is you making sure you're taking care of your needs, and that you are acknowledging your own gifts and talents. You give yourself the time to get to know yourself as well as others. There's no need to rush anything here. Yes, I think we're looking good here. All right, so we're just going to finish off in a moment, and I'd like to pull a card or two from the Quantum Tarot deck here. Thank you, Spirit. What have you got for Aquarius for the month of July in terms of love relationships? I do feel that you're feeling quite introspective, and this is about you strengthening or looking at adapting your own perceptions of yourself. You do have lots of beautiful opportunities coming up to connect with, you know, people who are very supportive in your life, which is beautiful. And we did have this let your friends help and support you as well. So I feel that is that's a reminder, good guidance for you, Aquarius, is to connect with people that you feel are like-minded and are there to support you on your journey. Because I feel that the people that we surround ourselves by will somewhat be a reflection of where you're at. So, you know, if you know that you are learning and growing and learning to trust, then be around people that you know that are going to support you in terms of trustworthy relationships, self-respect. Those people there will help model that. And if you're not around those kinds of people, then maybe reconsider who you're hanging around with, just as a means of being able to get yourself on the right track. Your guardian angel is watching over you. So this is from the Magdalene Oracle deck. So we've got this really beautiful guardian angel card here. And we know that guardian angels are there to support us as well. So I'm feeling like you are just wanting to have that extra reassurance at the moment. To the rational mind, it seems that nothing can exist without having a beginning and an end. In the physical world, things are born and then they die. Things start and then they come to an end. On the surface, this is what we see and often believe. However, when we delve deep into the spiritual heart of matter, a different picture emerges. Energetically, nothing ever truly dies. Everything in life simply transforms. Everything and everyone is forever held within love's eternal embrace. Spiritually, everything and everyone you love are always present. Nothing is ever truly lost or missing. So smile and don't be sad, for everyone you love is forever present in your heart, just as you are forever present within theirs. Time and space are but an illusion. Whether spiritually or physically, we all exist now. Life is but one eternal moment. That's very insightful. I do feel that you are acknowledging your own spiritual journey at the moment, and it's beautiful to be reminded that we all have our guardian angel with us, that life is more than just our physical circumstances. And I do get the sense that you are you are on a spiritual transformation here, a bit of a journey around this, and being reminded that you have that support in spirit is important, from family that have passed as well. And it just seems to me that right now you're in a space of reflection and growth, and a place where you really feel that you need to honour your path, and this is most important to you at the moment. And nobody should ever feel that they must enter a relationship or speed something along because of what anybody else says. It's so important to go this journey at your pace, but also to trust in the journey, that Spirit is there looking after you. And this is a time for you to develop that trust in yourself and that self-love, so that you can have the best possible experience, Aquarius. And trust in those that are closest to you in terms of the people that you admire and know that can support you in the right way. So our last card for the reading is from the Namaste Blessing deck. And this is beautiful. It says, a blessed new beginning. So just in case you needed to have any reassurance, Aquarius, regarding you deserving love in your life and the potential for a new relationship, this is your card, a blessed new beginning, which I'm going to read for you. I love these blossom trees, my favourite. It says, a series of serendipitous events guides you to a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Release all that no longer serves you. The past is behind you. Bless it and let it go. Your life is in an eternal new beginning, moving through time. So whatever has been holding you back in the past in terms of love, Aquarius, it is time to let that go and to trust the journey and to trust yourself. And know that love is here waiting for you, and that the person that is entering your life could be the one, all right? And it's so important for you to express your love. But you know what? It just very much might be about you expressing love to yourself at this point in time. But either way, I feel that you can trust the process, you can trust yourself. Just allow this to happen and know that you're being watched over by your guardian angels. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading for the month of July. Go well, and I look forward to seeing you next time.